Hello everyone and welcome back to my morning report. Charles Fraser's on Tuesday the 3rd of November with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handset Markets. Let's look at dollar yen, and we're still in this tight trading band, increasingly tight trading band actually, because we're basically across the past few months, we're in this band between 118 towards 121.70. We're now tightening that up in towards the the upper portion of this band in the last week or so. What's that? 8 trading days now. We've basically been trading between 121.15 towards 121.50, so 135 ticks or pips. Within that, you're getting some mixed signals really. You've got a slightly bearish candle there on Friday, an outside day. Bearish outside day, you could argue, and then a very slightly positive candle yesterday. So it's sort of there or thereabouts, nothing really doing in terms of indicators. You've got your momentum, which is basically neutral. So the fact that we're trading within this band, basically again, that's the hourly chart, pretty much as neutral as you can get really across the course of a week and a half. Now I have a very slightly corrective bias, I suppose you could argue, purely because of this sort of pivot level, 119.60, which we tend to see the moves coming back towards on this chart. 119.60 tends to be around about where the pivot comes in the middle of the band, so we could see it drift back towards there. But again, if we broke below the bottom of that trading band 120.15, I don't think it's going to be a signal that suggests that we're going to see massive amount of selling through the band. I think it's just going to drift back towards 1960 if that were to be the case. You've got the initial resistance, I suppose you could argue, coming in around about the 120.80 level. Resistance coming in the last couple of days, really around 120.80. So that protects the top of this mini band 121.50. But again, we're pretty much neutral on across all the momentum indicators and moving averages. So it's as though that dollar yen is now looking for its next signal. It does get into this stage quite often where it goes sideways. Look at this period here. For 3-4 weeks, it basically went sideways and did nothing. So it could well be moving into that more neutral phase of trading once again. Certainly seems to be the case at the moment, having traded sideways for 8 days. So I would not be putting on any positions of any real length, because I don't really see that there's any signals that you can be trusting of at the moment. Very, very slightly, as I said, turning lower on the momentum indicators, but again, very minor signals that you're getting, nothing too significant that you would want to put your house on anyway. So I wish you good luck with your trading with that, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.